everybody, and welcome back to another Three Geeks Conversation. Today, I am joined by the incredible Doug Jones and Derek Maki. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you both here. How are y'all doing today?
Oh, good. Thank you for having us.
Very good. Yes, we're excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, of course. So what inspired you, Derek, to tell Doug's story specifically, and why now?
So this is my love letter to Doug, and I wanted to do this for him because he's been a client, and now I consider him a friend or family of mine for 18 years. And in those 18 years, I have watched and witnessed Doug go through sad points in his career and triumphs in his career. And he's cried on my shoulder a few times, and he's invited me to premieres to have me cheer him on and thank me for his support. And what I have always found in the years that I've known him is that he does not get the accolades that he deserves from the studios. And so this is basically my accolade to him. This is all the awards that he's never received but should have, like every Oscar he should have gotten.
Wow.
This is my way to give it back to him, because he's an incredible actor. He's an incredible human being, and I would love the world to know his story.
That's amazing. I love that. That's a friend right there.
Well, and it's very humbling to hear too, by the way. I have this imposter syndrome thing going on. So when he first presented the idea of doing a documentary to me, I was like, oh no, there's nothing to document. Just thing? Who wants to? So the fact that this is being made at all is a bit of a miracle.
Yeah. So you didn't just say yes right away.
Mm-mm.
Twice.
How did you get talked into that?
Well, as he just said, he presented this idea twice to me before. I'm like, I don't know. We were about to start doing. It was day one of a Star Trek convention in Las Vegas a couple years ago. And hey, before we go down to the tables today, can you stop by my room at the hotel? Want to talk to you about something. I get in there, and he's with a documentary filmmaker named William Conlon, and the two of them team up on me, going, "So, Doug, here's the idea. Here's the idea. We mentioned documentary before. Well, William really directs documentaries, and he had done one called Making Apes." Kind of backstory on the Planet of the Apes,
the original series,
the original movies,
Nice.
right? And he and it was a spectacular documentary, well done. So Derek was like, "So you're going to be in really good hands. We're going to take good care of you." And I was like, "Oh, still, a documentary about me. It's going to be so much work for me." Right? And he's like, no, we will do everything. We'll make every phone call, every email. Well, some of that's true, because there's people in my life that only I have contact with. So I do have to make some calls. But how embarrassing it is to call up and go, "Hey, can you go on film and say nice things about me?" Thanks.
Right.
But it's coming together. It's been in the works now since then. And there's a little bit left to go shooting wise, and then there's some post-production to do after that, like quite a bit actually. The editing is they have enough footage for a 5-hour miniseries, but so I'm not sure what they're going to do with this.
It'll be fun to see then.
Yeah.
It'll be the supplemental footage on the DVD Blu-rays that'll be the best part of it, because we're gonna be like, here's everything we shot. Do you have a week to watch the extras of the Bluray?
Yeah. Yes, we do. In
You
fact,
Yes.
we'll make time. What was the first project y'all worked together on?
Well, Derek is my appearance manager. So I was doing a convention in Amsterdam. This is, oh golly, that was maybe 18 years ago, and I had been sent over there by myself. Whoever arranged this convention for me. Here's your flights. Go have fun. So I go to this convention.
Wow.
By myself, not knowing how. Am I supposed to take money across the table? Am I supposed? I had to. What's that?
Sitting you out there blind.
I was there blind, just by myself at a table. Derek, was there with a couple of clients of his as an appearance manager, and watching him handle his actors and take care of them and make sure that like the financial part was taken care of. So all the actor had to worry about was greeting the fans and hugging people and shaking hands and signing things and getting pictures taken with them. That's all I wanted to do. The business part was like, I have to talk to somebody about.
I don't want to touch the money.
Right. And this Pan's Labyrinth had just come out at that point, and Derek he was very sweet to tell me that he was blown away by the movie and that it might be his favorite ever. And I was like, really? Wow. So we ended up keeping in touch, and I think it was just maybe in the next month, we went back and forth a little bit, met for dinner back here in LA to discuss. I think I watched what you did in Amsterdam. I want that to happen a lot for me.
Yeah.
For those other actors, I would like that. And so I have never been with anybody else since then as an appearance manager. He's the best in the biz.
That's amazing. I love the love between both of you. It's incredible. Like you know it's gonna be good because the way you both speak about each other is just
so genuine. Wait, do we have
so genuine?
No way. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. What did I say about you next? Hold on.
Gotta go over my bullet points here.
Right.
No, it's all genuine and from the heart. For real. It's
I love that. And you like doing something like this, you know that's going to come across in the entire way this film will be presented because of that love you both have for each other there and that friendship. It'll really read. So I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah.
How did you kind of lean when filming this? Did you kind of lean more towards the technical or the emotional side of it, or kind of a good mixture of the two?
Well, you know what's beautiful about a documentary is that you go into it not exactly knowing how the story is going to unfold, because the more people you talk to and the more of my life that gets exposed and opened up, the story will start presenting itself. So I went into this blind, not knowing exactly, because they're interviewing everybody, like co-stars and directors. Yes, people from my acting career, also interviewing friends and family who have known me for all my life. Those are different stories that they're going to be telling. And so something unfolds in that, something opens up that, so the story will present itself, I think, in all that.
Mm-hmm. That's part of what I'm relying on the director for, because I really like the way he envisions things. And so, when we say that we wrote it, him and I, what we're writing are like the questions and the basic format of what we want. But a lot of the storytelling is coming, like after every interview that we do, him and I will be like, okay, no, now see, that part of the story is going to go over here. And then remember that interview from last week? If we put them together and we're going to tell this story and it's going to beeline to this movie, and you start to have this envelopment of and then it's like, and then how do we do that in 30 seconds? Because we only have a 2-hour window to tell so many stories. Plus there are other elements that we are adding into the film as well that are not scripted, but they're not just talking heads. We have some other elements that we're adding in order to tell the story and to prove some points to people and stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving parts, but everything has been positive so far. Everyone that we asked to be interviewed has been just jumping like, yes, where, when, how, let's do it. So everyone loves Doug.
So sweet. Oh my gosh. And you also asked like, why now?
Yeah.
Because I'm old. It's a really simple answer. I'm officially a senior citizen. I'm 65. So that's also a literary agent reached out about, hey Doug, it's time to write your memoirs. I'd love to represent you for that too. So these are things that happen when you pass the threshold of 60 something. People start coming at you like, let's tell your life story because we don't know how much longer you got, But also, I'm sitting here today in a transitionary kind of time in my career too. I've been, I'm known for playing monsters and creatures under rubber bits. That's kind of what I'm most known for.
Yeah.
And well, at this age now, after Star Trek Discovery ended, I took Saru off for the last time, and was like, oh, I kind of want to leave the makeup off for a minute. So I wouldn't say that I'm retired, but I would say that I'm stepping back from monsters and leaning more into human characters now. And for the last couple of years, that's all I've played is humans, and I've been really loving this phase of my career.
Yeah.
The documentary will document this movement in my life.
That's incredible.
Don't scare fans, like, you know,
Oh, no.
like if
no.
Hocus Pocus 3 comes
Absolutely.
into play and they have a Disney better be calling him and he's going to go, yes.
I'll never
Right,
say
right.
I'll never say never. If it's the right role, the right director, the right money, I will. I'll be
Right.
happy to, yeah, I'm not done with rubber bits forever, but I'm
You
not,
can pick and choose.
I can pick and choose now. I have the luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you've built yourself up so well in the industry that you 100% should have that luxury. You don't have to accept it all. It's yeah, this one looks good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. What is the vulnerability like for you with this project?
He hates
Huge.
it.
It's huge. Well, it's too, because you know when you are sending one of your best friends from 30 years ago to talk with these people on camera, and I'm not in the room.
You have no idea what stories they're telling.
Hey, what are you gonna tell? Right? Am I gonna have to defend myself? Like, I was young, I needed money. I don't know, whatever. You're right. I don't know. So it's very vulnerable. Especially when they get to interviewing my lovely Mrs. Laurie or daughter Natisha. Those are going to be parts of me that aren't normally out there. So that's like walking out of the house in a Speedo. Feels kind of weird.
I imagine it does. How does it kind of feel to see, because like you said, a lot of your career did rely so heavy on physicality and character acting. How does it feel to kind of see that process documented from the outside?
Yeah. It's a process that most people are very curious about. And I found that when doing conventions with Derek and his team, we often do panels, Q&As with an audience. And the questions that come at me constantly over and over again is like, what's the process like? What's it like when you get offered a role that's like under some monster makeup? And so I can walk people through. I start here with a script. I talk to the director, and I practice in a room with a mirror. I go through costume fittings and makeup tests. And by the time you get to filming, it is a process. That's the number one curiosity is, how long does this take? What does it take? All that.
Yeah.
So in the documentary, Derek had the forethought to ask CBS Paramount if it would be okay if he comes to the set for my very last day on Star Trek Discovery. So during that, he was able to capture and document the makeup process from start to finish and the teardown process afterward.
Wow.
So it was that should answer some questions, for people.
Yeah.
Do a little time lapse or something, and when it came off the last time, I still own that final last prosthetic that I wore as Saru on Star Trek Discovery, and I remember holding that mask, looking at it. It was a bit of an emotional moment because I thought, you know what, I don't know if I'm ever going to wear a rubber mask ever again. So here we are. Look at you, beautiful thing, right? So Whitney Houston song was playing at the time in the makeup trailer, so I might have sung along to my mask. It was and he's filming it the whole time, like, oh, this is embarrassing and yet kind of touching. I don't know.
It was gold. It was like, this is perfect.
I was gonna say, it sounds perfect. Like, you need that moment.
I'm a big Houston fan too, so it was perfect.
There you go. Which Whitney Houston song was playing?
Oh well, it was "I Will Always Love You." Right?
I mean,
right?
Literally, you can't write anything that perfect.
It's a goodbye song, and here we are. Like, oh, I'll never wear you again. Maybe,
and
I don't know.
Took it off for the last time. Yeah. Like, my goodness. So the fan base, like, what is the fan base doing to kind of help this documentary come to life?
Well, so far the positive, everything's been positive, but it's all the fans that have agreed to actually be on camera. So not only are we getting celebrities on camera and Doug's friends and family on camera, but we're also getting some of his fans on camera, and they're being asked questions off the cuff. and they're answering it as honestly as they can. And then our next step now is we're doing a crowd finishing campaign for the film. So we were lucky enough to raise the finances to shoot the film on our own, but finishing it is something that it's a big hurdle, because when you go to all the film festivals and when you need a good editor and a good music cues, all of that needs to find a little bit of pennies. So we're doing this crowd finishing campaign in order to help make the dream a reality. And so we're going to be launching on April 20th on Indiegogo, and there's some amazing things that we are offering as perks for anyone that is interested in helping us out. And Doug has been gracious enough to donate some things from his archives. We've got like some scripts from Star Trek Discovery and What We Do in the Shadows. We've got some prosthetic pieces. We've got some collectibles and autographs. And some of his castmates have signed autographs. Sonequa Martin Green and Doug did this amazing 16 by 20 numbered edition. And yeah, so there's going to be some cool things that we can do, because I want to be able to finish it and put it. I want the world to see it. This isn't something that's just going to be like, oh, we did it and we might show it at one convention and no one will ever see it again. Our goal is it's going to be in
everyone should see it.
Yeah, it's going to be in movie theaters. We're hoping that once we go through the film festival circuit, that a major studio will see it and go, wow, we just want to buy this and make it go even broader. And then at the end of the day, have it be on every single platform known to man, just so that it gets seen, because it's a story that I feel is important. The fans will see it, but I want industry folks to see it as well. And it's what this man has gone through in order to make their visions come to a reality. Him and Guillermo have worked on how many films now?
6 movies.
6 movies together.
And his TV show. That's true.
Yeah. So, Guillermo gets who he is, but, there's other people in the industry and things like the Academy. Like I always tell people, like, why has Doug never been given an Academy Award? Like he should have been, in my opinion. So this film is an accolade, and he may not be able to put the film on a shelf on a gold statue, but it'll be there for him and for the world to cheer behind him or with him, arm in arm. So.
And again, this is my imposter syndrome is kicking in.
He's so embarrassed right now. He's like, I'm leaving.
I don't deserve all that. It's funny. The Oscar question has come up many a time where people, especially when The Shape of Water was up for 13 nominations and it ended up winning 4 of them, including Best Picture and Best Director for Guillermo. And a lot of at the time journalists or even TMZ stopped me on the street and asked, like, do I feel like I was slighted at the Oscars? I'm like, oh gosh, so no.
Don't put me on the spot right now.
No, I've never felt slighted. I've never felt like I deserve a gold statuette. But I feel like that the Academy doesn't really know how to vote for the guy in the rubber makeup. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I understood that going in. But the closest I got to an Oscar was that when Shape of Water was doing its award season for your consideration ads in the newspapers and trade papers and on billboards and all that, the categories that they were suggesting included Best Actor Doug Jones. And I saw that in the LA Times full page ad, and I might have teared up a little bit. Yes, I might have, like thinking like, wow, no studio has ever had the faith in me to put that in an ad during award season. That's the closest I've come, and I felt like, okay, and that's enough. That's enough. I know it's not going to happen, but that's enough. I loved hearing that they had faith in me.
No, and I'm with you, Derek. It should. You have played so many iconic roles over so many years. To have no rewards for that is insane.
Well, I will say the one award show that does get me is the Saturn Awards. And that would be the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. That Academy,
that makes sense.
Those are my people, right? Yeah. So I am a 3-time nominee and a 2-time winner with the Saturn Awards for various projects.
Good for Saturn.
Thank you, Saturn. Yes.
They're good people.
They're good folks. Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine it is hard with like the makeup and like how do you characterize character actors for that? But there needs to be, I mean, it could be its own category because
It could be its own category, but my feeling is it shouldn't have
It
to.
should be actor, just period. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's basically what they did with animation. Now they have, it's best animated film, but why can't it be best picture? Beauty and the Beast broke that, right? And it made everyone second guess it. So here's the thing. Could there be a category for people in rubber bits? But why? He's still an actor. He's still learning the lines. He's on set longer than all the other actors. There's a lot more dedication that goes into the performance because there is so much more that he has to do with his body and his motions and his execution of the role in order for the performance to shine through. And nobody can do that the way that Doug does. So the Academy should recognize that because that takes a very special skill.
Yeah.
The Academy has, it's a very gray area between monsters and humans because there have been actors that have been nominated for the big awards, like a Gary Oldman, who when he played Winston Churchill, major prosthetic makeup changeover, but he was still a human, and it was still, you could still tell Gary Oldman in there. And Jacob Elordi playing Frankenstein's monster recently, you could kind of tell it was Jacob Elordi, but he was in a complete 10-hour makeup information. So they have recognized rubber bits on famous name people. So I think that's where I fit into a different kind of. They don't know what to do with me.
But and that's what I want to try and change is that.
That's what the documentary's about.
You have to understand that those actors have producers and the studio standing behind them, partly because of their big names.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm going to be the person standing behind Doug. And he is a name. I mean, that's part of where the title of our film comes from, Get Me Doug Jones, because everyone in the industry, especially if it comes to doing creatures, well, who are we going to get? Well, Get Me Doug Jones, because they already know that he can execute the role. So I'm going to be his studio pushing, going, no, we need you to be getting these statues. And look, if he doesn't, we don't need the statue because this film is going to be his statue. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get the DVD cover plated in gold.
There you're
just going to stick it on your mantle.
I'll hold it and to give thank you speeches.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah. The title of this is funny to me too, because there's an old joke about the 4 stages of an actor's career. Who the hell is Doug Jones? Get me Doug Jones. Get me a Doug Jones type. And who the hell is Doug Jones? Right. Right. And this is a compliment that they still think I'm at that phase. Yes, I love it. And I think when it comes to monsters and creatures, I actually have clicked over into the Get Me a Doug Jones type category. A lot of productions think I'm too expensive or now too old, and they're right. There's some roles that
he's not too expensive. He's just old.
Yeah.
It's not expensive. It is paying for the experience that he has.
But so
it's deserving.
Thank you, love. So it's basically like we talked about before. It's my desires are. I would love to. I want to explore the human side of my acting abilities at this point, and have been doing so successfully for the last couple of years. So the Get Me Doug Jones type is where monsters are, as far as I'm back to Get Me Doug Jones as a human, because a lot of filmmakers have come forward to cast me and make offers to me as a human. And it's been, I thank heaven for indie filmmakers too. They have taken chances on me in roles that a studio may not think of me as. So I'm able to exercise all the muscles as an actor to create different characters that a big studio or network may not think of.
And an additional accolade to that comment, Doug is gracious enough to be able to accept offers from independent filmmakers who then use his name and his acting abilities to give credit to their films, because Doug is a name. He is important. He's gracious enough to be able to work with young filmmakers to give them let's do this. And especially if it's a story that you like to do and you believe in it. Because I know that Doug is particular, he's not going to play a mass murderer. It's that
I have played mass murderer.
Of children or a rapist or something.
There's certain lines
particular.
Ones I don't like to cross.
Even as a role, I get that.
Yeah.
There's just some things you don't want your name attached to.
Right. And because I have a monster history, the human roles I get offered sometimes involve like dastardly characters, that evil things, and I like to say yes to roles that have some kind of I want the story to have a redemptive quality to it, even if the character doesn't. If I can help push the redemption story along as a bad guy, happy to do it. If I'm also going to play a good guy in that story, happy to do that too. Yeah.
Love that. I love it. I love a redemption arc.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, what do you hope the legacy is of Get Me Doug Jones in 5 to 10 years?
Think, Derek.
Wow.
Think. This is your idea, so do tell her.
Okay, this is your baby.
I want the younger actors who want to be the next Doug Jones to be able to look at this film and go, wow, I'm making a big decision because it wasn't all easy, and be inspired by it. And so maybe they can put on the first 5 minutes of the film and the last 5 minutes of the film and go, yeah, I still want to be the next Doug Jones. Because look, every actor that comes to Hollywood, everyone that has that, I want to move to Hollywood and be rich and famous. It doesn't happen overnight. There are literally 0 overnight successes. And even on the ones where we think it wasn't overnight, it genuinely wasn't. You just don't realize how much they did before they got the one big break. And so I think that for legacy, there you go. I mean, look, as a filmmaker, I moved to Hollywood myself to be rich and famous as an actor. And I took a side path that was presented to me to be this appearance manager. And I've been able to do this film and some other documentaries and some independent films that have given me a creative outlet. But at the end of the day, there are no overnight successes ever. I've never met anyone where it was like, oh, I just got off the bus and a producer saw me. It's not a real thing. So that
only happens in the movies.
Exactly. So I think a young actor who wants to be the next Doug Jones, because he is old and he's not going to be around forever. We're going to need a new one. So you'll inspire these people.
Yeah, well, that's what my hope is too. When young actors ask me, can you say anything to inspire me? The one thing I can recount is when I was younger and living in Indiana without any hope of like what my future might be. I had no idea. When I turned on the TV and saw actors on it, when I went to the movie theater and saw actors on that screen, that let me know that it could be done.
Yeah.
So I want this documentary to let young actors know it can be done. It may not be easy, and it may require work and struggle for you, or just a love of the craft. If you never make a dime at it, that's fine. Do what you love, do what you're good at. And I hope that this documentary can show them that.
I love that so very much. Well, where can fans and people, even if you don't know Doug Jones' work, which if you don't, please get out from under the rock you're living in. No, I'm kidding. But genuinely, where can fans and other people go to help and support this documentary?
Sure. So if you are interested in helping us with our crowd finishing campaign, you can go to our Indiegogo page, which will be listed on getmedugjones.com. And the campaign goes live on April 20th. If you want to learn more just about Doug or myself or our director, William Conlon, Get Me Doug Jones will also have our biographies and stuff, or go to IMDb or Google our names. We're out there. But yeah, I don't want this to just all be about, hey guys, come help us. We would love to have the help. But if you just want to learn more about us, it's all there, because we all have projects that we would love people to see that we've done. Like I have a film on Amazon called Instant Dads. It was an independent film that I was nominated for Best Picture 5 times on the film festival circuit and won the honor twice. Oh, look, one of my Oscars is here. It's not an Oscar, but it's a version of an Oscar. That I got that for my film. And Doug, he has, even though we all know who he is, he's got projects that people have not seen or heard of that he's proud of, so they can look those up. And the same with our director, William Conlon. I mean, part of the reason we picked him was for a project he did called Making Apes. and it's all about the original movies, Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston, and the makeup designs and what they went through to make those films a reality. So we all have projects that we're proud of that are not all the big names like Hellboy or Pan's Labyrinth. There's a lot of projects that we've been part of that we would love the world to see. So
yeah. I love it. Well, thank you so very much, both of you, for coming on, for joining us. And guys, please go check out getmedugjones.com. Look them both up on social medias, all the things. Show them your love. And until next time, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. Love.
Bye.